covering news where you live. This is 5 News at 6.
The fate of a law set to go into effect next week is now in the hands of a federal judge. Thanks for joining us. I'm Darren Bobb.
And I'm Alexandra Burnley. That judge will now decide whether to grant a preliminary injunction in a lawsuit over Arkansas's new library obscenity bill.
5 News reporter Catherine Gilker was in the Fayetteville federal courtroom today and has more on what happened.
Arguments were heard in federal court over Act 372, known as the Library Obscenity Bill. Multiple libraries and library patrons, including the Fayetteville Public Library, say the act is unconstitutional and want Judge Timothy L. Brooks to issue a preliminary injunction before this act becomes law in a week. The plaintiffs say Act 372 broadens who can call library material obscene and can punish someone caught giving that content to minors. Attorney for several of the plaintiffs, Bettina Brownstein, says Section 1 of the act is overbroad and would allow segregation of materials that are harmful for 5-year-old minors, while also keeping it from 17-year-old minors, for whom it wouldn't necessarily be harmful.
That would make it a criminal act on the part of a librarian. Well, you really want your librarians to be afraid of committing a crime for trying to, deliver reading material and other kinds of material to people in the community? No.
They also disagree with Section 5 of the act, saying it is unconstitutionally vague and would cause viewpoint discrimination.
You would, allow discrimination against viewpoints about sexual orientation, race, all kinds of things. And that's, we think, built into that or encourages that in Section 5. And for that reason, that's all viewpoint discrimination, is not, permitted under the First Amendment to the Constitution.
The defendants, which include the Arkansas Attorney General's office, deny the plaintiff's motion and say this law is meant to protect children from obscene material. They decline going on camera, but Attorney General Tim Griffin's office says he will, quote, continue to vigorously defend the constitutionality of the act. In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Catherine Gilker, 5 News.
Judge Brooks says he plans to issue a written ruling by the end of the week.